BODDAMN. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what I bought at Costco yesterday to save my gains and to eat healthy. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to show you the Costco purchases that I made yesterday to seal my gains in a time like this. This is Corona season, you know? So I'm going to show you what I bought at Costco so that way I don't have to go back to Costco for like the next 3 or 4 weeks. And what I'm eating, you know, considering a normal training kind of schedule. I want, like everyone else wants, is to maintain gains. So I'm going to kind of show you what I bought at Costco so that way hopefully when you go out and buy food, you can buy some of this stuff too. As always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to leave a comment on what you want the next video to be, and also find the muscle building guide that's free down below. It's the first link. You can get this thing for free. It's awesome and has a lot of very valuable tips so you can start getting a jump start on getting some good muscle on your body. Okay, so what is first on this kind of thing? Okay, wow, $8.99. Let's take a look what that is. So I spent $340 first of all at Costco, and the first thing is this. Cauliflower stir fry. Very, very healthy. This right here has riced cauliflower mixed with peas, corns, red bell peppers, tossed in a sesame ginger sauce. Perfect kind of base to put any kind of protein to, whether it be tuna, salmon. I like tofu on this right here myself. So this was the very first purchase, extremely healthy, more of like an evening type meal. Keeps you nice and full without getting that really big caloric hit at the tail end of the day, and it won't put you to sleep as well as opposed to a really high calorie taxing meal. Second thing, the Daybreak blend. Basically this is frozen fruit. All right, so I bought this stuff knowing that I'll probably use it in maybe 2 weeks from now or something like that. I did buy some fruit that'll last me maybe about a week and a half that's fresh, so I wouldn't want to consume this stuff, the frozen stuff, until the fresh stuff is out of the way, you know? And if I want to not go to the store, you know, that's kind of like the goal right now in this season that we're in, this really weird kind of quarantine season, is I have to be thinking fresh veggies and all that kind of stuff, you know, for like the next week or two, buy that kind of stuff, and then after that switch to more canned goods and more you know, frozen things like this, whether it be vegetables or fruit. So yeah, this has got peaches, mango, strawberries, pineapple, organic, and that's mostly for like smoothie type stuff. Next on the list, mangoes that are frozen. Shouldn't have to say much about this. It kind of follows in the exact same rationale or reasoning as the previous thing. Frozen, they go back in my freezer, and this is for smoothies and stuff like that. I also, if I want to have a more not so taxing dessert at the tail end of the night, this, throw it in the microwave with about maybe 30 seconds or maybe 20 seconds, softens it up a little bit, becomes a really good dessert that is very healthy for you, that won't kind of tax your body with calories. Next on the list, avocados. So there are 5 or 6 for around $5 at Costco. These are not organic, too bad, but I'm still gonna buy them because they're big and they're awesome. And these I bought as hard as possible. Like I bought them in stages. I bought an extremely hard pack of 6, a right under hard pack of 6, and then a little bit more riper pack of 6 as well. So that way I hit the more ripe ones now for the next, you know, 5 to 7 days, and then I kind of trickle down as they start to soften and they're left out, you know, in room temperature. So once they start getting a little soft at room temperature, I will move them into the fridge, which slows down the ripening process. So just kind of like a tip for you, because avocados are kind of tough to pinpoint when that sweet spot is. But if you're not careful and you just leave them all out at room temperature and you have like 20 of them like I almost do here, then you know, you could lose all 15 at once. You know, you consume 5, then all of a sudden you have 15 super ripe ones, and now you got to either make guacamole that you got to eat in a day or two, or if you're smart, you can time how they ripen by using the refrigerator. So just a professional tip there. What's next on the list? Ooh, this is pretty cool, so we'll go look at this. This was $11. What is it? This is actually the opened box of it because I have a brand new one that's up there. But anyways, I do consume this once every now and then with tofu, pretty good. I'll make 2 of these at once. This is Vietnamese pho. It's basically like a healthier version of ramen, like way healthier. Ramen's not exactly super good for you. The sodium is a little high on this, don't get me wrong. However, it's not as high as like normal ramen. Normal ramen's gonna have monosodium glutamate, some really bad ingredients that you don't want to mess with, plus that has gluten, and these are made with rice noodles and that has no MSG, and it's just a little bit better for you. So I got this Vietnamese pho that was 9 bowls for $11, really good in a pinch, and it doesn't kind of degrade. So as we get towards the tail end of the 3 or 4 weeks, like I'll be eating things like this, beans in a can, stuff like that. I really don't want to be going out to stores, and that's the kind of mentality is I kind of stagger what I am buying by using the fresh stuff first, and then it kind of staggers into that other kind of stuff later. Next on the list, this was $7.50, a really big bag of gluten-free oatmeal or rolled oats. So basically I put this into a bowl, a cup in a bowl, take a cup, throw it into a bowl, take some water out of the little tea kettle thing, and I pour it. It has to be boiling or extremely hot. I'll give it about 8 to 10 minutes, and then I put some honey on top. Boom, excellent pre-workout carb to consume before I hit the gym in the morning, which I have my own home gym. By the time this video comes out, you will see how I built my home gym in the previous video. So go look out for that one right there. But yeah, rolled oats are amazing. Yeah, they're good. They're natural. They're good for you, So, and these are also organic as well. Pretty interesting. Hard to find, but yeah, organic. Okay, so next up, when those avocados go in about 2 weeks or so, when they kind of go downhill, and I'm at the last one that's ripened, I love avocados and I love the fat that comes with it. So it's one of my leading sources of fat. Here, guacamole. This is wholly guacamole. Each tub has 4 Hass avocados in it. This is organic as well, so that's cool. They're hand scooped, they're put in there, it's gluten-free, has a little bit of spice in there. You can kind of see like the little speckles in there. It tastes really good, and the most important part when you pick out guacamole is pay attention to the expiration date. So the date that this is filmed, we're in early April, for example, and this one is going to say use or freeze by April 29th. So that kind of shows you that in week 3 or 4, this would be the perfect thing to start pulling out so I can get my avocado type fats. And they were 14 bucks a piece. Next up, I have a grill outside. These also do well on a skillet at medium heat, and you kind of just keep your eyes on it. But salmon burgers right here. These are wild Alaskan salmon burgers made by Trident. Really awesome. Each one of these has like 20 grams of protein in each one. So a good thing to have. It goes in the freezer. This is no different than having cans of tuna or something like that. This is a really good thing for protein that doesn't go old in a very short amount of time. So this was... I got 2 of these. These are 16 bucks a piece, and each one has 12 burgers inside. So I spent 32 bucks on 2 packs of salmon burgers. So these are really rich in omega-3s as well. And each burger has 1,360 omega-3s per burger, 20 grams of protein each one. So a smart way to keep good muscle on your body is having good quality protein. And I picked this, and I like this. Okay, I already got into these. This is a organic blueberry pack, $11. This is organic wild blueberries, so really nice. They are frozen, so I've been using this for a little bit of smoothies right now because I actually don't have blueberries as a fruit. They didn't have that at Costco. But this was 11 bucks, and there's 4 pounds of blueberries in here, so that's a really good deal. It stays in the freezer, which means it's not going to degrade anytime soon. So something I put in my smoothies, very important, and also considered a superfood to most people. It would be blueberries. Next up, 30 bucks. Organic plant protein powder. So this is nice. I like this. I love this brand Orgain, and this is the creamy chocolate fudge one. I switched from whey protein powders to vegan protein powders half a year ago, something like that, maybe even longer than that, to test, can I be as strong? What happens to my bloating? Can I build high quality muscle without using animal-based products, for example? And this was kind of an experiment that I did. And so when I did the switch, it was a little bit different because for each serving of this, for example, you get 21 grams of protein, but you also get 15 grams of carbohydrates in your body. So whereas whey protein is like little to no carbohydrates, but all protein, this has some carbohydrates. Those are the kind of things I have to kind of consider when I'm buying vegan protein. However, I decided to do the experiment, and what I found out was I have little to no bloating ever in my life anymore. This feels good. I have no weird kind of feelings or, like burping things. Like whey protein is interesting. It's just, I don't know. I'm surprised I did it for almost 2 decades of my life, honestly. So, yeah, I got vegan protein, and there's another brand called Vega that's pretty good. There's even Zen Farms or Zen something. I have some stuff down there that's a brown rice protein. All companies now that are pretty big are going to offer some sort of vegan protein alternative. And if you really want, I think, the best ones on the market, I just think these are really good. Orgain is a great brand. Cannot go wrong with it. So this is the creamy chocolate flavor. And I bought 1 of these because I have 2 on back. I have 2 in my closet. And sometimes I'll go through a day using 2 to 4 servings of this, for example. So I have to be thinking about that if I want to survive for 3 to 4 weeks and not have to go to a store all the time. So I decided to buy, 1 extra. These were 30 bucks a piece. What's next? Wow, these are $7.50 a piece. Let me show you what I bought. Organic salsa, so $7.50 for 2 of these. You do the math and you know what each one kind of costs. It's organic salsa from Costco. What I like about this, as opposed to stuff like ketchup and as opposed to things like sriracha sauce, this kind of stuff is great on eggs. It's great on a lot of things. And the greatest part about it is that the sugars are 1 gram only, whereas ketchup will be 5 sometimes, and some of these other kind of saucy type things will be a little bit higher. This is 10 calories per 2 tablespoons, 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of carbohydrate. This is actually a really smart way to get good flavor in your food without getting the sugar hit. Okay, so just remember that. I got 2 of these for $7.50 each one. So a 2-pack was $7.50 at Costco. Got 2 of those. And next up is this thing called, what is that? They have weird codes on Costco stuff. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what this thing is. This was $10. What is Cucina Antic? Cucina Antic. I can't figure out what it is. I'm gonna figure it out. What the fuck is Cucina Antic? Cucina Antic, I figured it out. All right, what is this? This is spaghetti sauce. It is tomato, basil, homemade flavor, organic, which is cool. And then with tomato sauces or things like this, you really have to pay attention to sugars, right? The way to give your body kind of a fighting chance, outside of like being super hydrated, getting some workouts in, you know, pay attention to what you're eating, pay attention to random oils that shouldn't be there on foods that maybe you like a lot, and pay attention to sugars that are just creeping into every part of like processed foods and that kind of stuff. You really try to lower the sugars as much as possible. So these Cucina Antics are vegan, keto friendly, paleo friendly, which means I already know when I look at the sugars here, it's not gonna be really super high. So for each serving, there's 6 servings each container, 5 grams of sugar. It's not terrible because most spaghetti sauces are going to be in that 7, 8, 9 grams of sugar range. So 5 to me is about a 40% reduction, and it's a smart kind of purchase for me. All right, this is Cucina Antic. It was $10. You know, I've never had this spaghetti sauce before, but I can't imagine it's going to be terrible. You know, I also put this stuff on things like black bean spaghetti noodles and things like this that I already had in the house. So very high protein kind of black bean noodles, some Cucina Antic, and you have yourself a nice little meal. You can top it off also with tuna or whatever you want to, and a little bit of some seasonings, maybe some Parmesan if you're into that. But yeah, holler at your Cucina Antic then. So what's the next thing? For $7, I got FSTG Organic. I think I know what this is. I think FSTG Organic for here for $7 are these blackberries, a little pricey. Yeah, $7 for some good blackberries. They had a deal for raspberries for $5.99, so I decided to buy 2 of those. Or I know I bought 2 of them. Anyways, it's somewhere in here. So yeah, blackberries, Costco. I love Costco because they have some really awesome organic stuff. Driscoll's Farms seems to be one of their leading suppliers. Never let me down. I love this company, and they make, I think they make Driscoll's raspberries and Driscoll's strawberries, and as they come in season, they end up at Costco and they are affordable. 2 of these were $4.50 a piece for some awesome Driscoll Farms raspberries. So those are kind of like the fruits that I eat for the next week, week and a half. Then I kind of transition into those frozen fruits that you saw. After that, we have organic tofu, $5.90. Let me show you that. Great source of protein, organic tofu. This was not even $6, and there are 4 tubs in here, and each tub has 5 servings of 7 grams of protein. So there you go. That's clearly 100 grams of protein right there. No, but you can kind of do the math, and yeah, it's really good. It's a nice, very low-fat kind of protein source right there. So the one at Costco is this one right here, and that was not even $6. So that is a good buy right there. $1.82, bananas. I don't have to really explain this. These go in my smoothies for the next 7 days or so. You know, high in potassium, which is good. Love bananas. They're really good for you. Next thing, probably not so healthy, but kind of funny. You'll see why. I love a good booty. All right, so we have Pirate Booty right here, and this was $3.89. That's why I bought it, right? Was because of the price, and since I don't like really eating this stuff very much, I do buy it because, let's say when friends come over or I get invited to a pool party or someone's boat or whatever, you know, you could look like a serious freaking rock star if you bust out Pirate's Booty. You really do. People love it. And when you bring those tiny little convenience store bags, it's like, oh yeah, here's some Pirate's Booty, and everyone like chomps it up within like 30 seconds. But if you bring a big bag like this, that's a little bit harder to do, and you look like a rock star, and you look like, you know, kind of like a Bill Gates kind of dude. Like, dude, that guy that's like balling, he gotta bring a big ass bag of like Pirate's Booty. That's so sick. Like that dude, we remember him. Next time on the boat, he gets to come because he brings the booty, you know. So like, those are the kind of things that go through my head. $3.89. It's really good. Everyone likes it, and it feeds, you know, freaking 10 to 15 people, whatever. So yeah, get some booty in your life. $4, be that rock star. And it does taste pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. I just don't eat this kind of stuff typically very much. But if I'm gonna go into this route of eating these salty snacks and things like that, whoa. But if I'm gonna go into the route of eating salty snacks and things like that, these are baked, they're made with real cheese, no artificial colors or preservatives. It's not the worst kind of bad food to eat. And you know, this is pretty much a good idea to get into these. So yeah, baked, not fried, Pirate's Booty, aged white cheddar. This is standard. Like if you haven't had this, you're missing out. All right, these were $7 a piece. 8 cans of refried beans. Don't have, it's self-explanatory, really good in protein. You can dip tortilla chips in there. You can put salsa on top, jalapenos on top. Very good, good source of protein. Nice to have at evening when you're just chilling out with your friends. Yeah, everyone likes bean dip. So got a bunch of that, got 2 packs of those. $10.59, also got some stuffed grape leaves. So if you've never had stuffed grape leaves, you're missing out. This is also known as dolmas. It's a Mediterranean type, I wouldn't say delicacy, it's just a Mediterranean type of food. Really good, gluten-free, dairy-free, 0 saturated fat, 0 trans fat. And inside is more like a Spanish type rice with tomatoes, onions, and red peppers. It's freaking delicious, but they do look like, I don't know, they look like Shrek turds. If you take a look, they don't look very good. And it looks like that one's kind of barfing out its insides, but these are really good. They're amazing. For $11, when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, they finally restocked this stuff. Amazing. Too bad it's not organic, but I don't care because it's that good. It is so good. If you've never had dolmas as a Mediterranean food, you're missing out. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I got some weed and feed for my lawn. So my lawn's gonna get some gains. So my bill, instead of being like, what, $3.40, really is more like $3.10. So yeah, my lawn's gonna get gains. That was like $35. Then I got 3 of these things, pasture-raised eggs. They were $7 a piece. There are 24 pasture-raised eggs in here. I find it at the Costco 4 miles north of my house. All the other Costco's don't have this one, but that's pretty cool. So pasture-raised, grade A, large eggs. What a deal. So yeah, pasture-raised eggs, if you don't know, are just superior eggs. So got 3 of those at $7 a piece. Oh, really high protein source, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone knows about eggs. Hey, you want to see something funny? That's how much I care about eggs. Oh, it says eggs up there. All right, never mind. So it's a really weird kind of sign. All right, what's the next thing? 2 last things I want to discuss with you guys. And one is a bag of onions, so $7. We don't need to bring that over here, it's over there. A bag of onions, that was $7. And then the last thing was 2 bags of baby creamer potatoes. They're like the small, multicolored potatoes that are really cool, very easy to cut through, and they're very small. They're like super small. They're like grape tomatoes kind of looking thing, but they're potatoes. Those things I chop up, and then I chop up onions, and then I put it on a skillet. I set it at medium, and then I'll put the top of the skillet thing on, and let those things kind of simmer or do their own thing for about 12 minutes with some adequate spices and some garlic and some salt, and you have yourself a nice, healthy carbohydrate kind of base, and you can add any kind of protein to it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It is a lot to kind of digest, but this is a pretty big kite tail of a receipt here, and I hope you learned something from it. So if you learned something, maybe you got a laugh out of something or something like that, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next BODDAMN video. Take it easy. Goodbye!